Juan Antonio Samaranch said, "We'll see you in Sydney in 4 years' time." And we thought it would take forever. It seems such a long time, but the wait has been worth it. And now, the wait is over. Indeed, this is not just Sydney's, but Australia's night. No matter where we are, tonight we're all together, sharing the excitement, sharing the nerves, the anticipation of what lies ahead. There's been so much talk about who and how the cauldron will be lit. It's a moment that will stand one of life's great tests, the test of time, and what to look forward to for this country when it joins with the rest of the world in the parade of nations. That moment when Australia marches into the stadium. For so many of our athletes, dreams that began in their backyard are about to be fulfilled in our backyard. And the greats of the world are here, and none greater than Muhammad Ali, who lit the cauldron 4 years ago in Atlanta. The greatest is with us tonight. Chelsea Clinton, the daughter of the President of the United States, Bill Clinton, who officially opened the Olympics in Atlanta just 4 years ago. Michael Knight, President of SOCOG. Gough Whitlam, who was there 7 years ago in Monaco when the announcement was made. Dawn Fraser, Juan Antonio Samaranch, who's her date for tonight. Sir William and Lady Dean, and John Coates. And Sir John Gorton, another Prime Minister from the past. Princess Anne, Her Royal Highness, who's been an Olympic competitor and also a member of the International Olympic Committee. Well, if the overwhelming response of the last 100 days is any indication, then these games will live with us for the rest of our lives. They say there were 1 million people in the streets of Sydney last night. That's 1 in every 4 in the streets. And just a short while ago, Sam Riley scaling the heights of one of Australia's most famous landmarks, the Opera House. And the relay continues. It's on its way to its final destination. Youngsters right now are about to hand the torch over for the final time in what's been a wonderful journey. Celebrities, Olivia Newton-John, who'll be taking part in tonight's opening ceremony. She'll be singing with John Farnham. Tina Arena, who has a key part in tonight's ceremony. Vanessa Amorosi, what a great night for her as well, and for Julie Anthony, who will be singing the national anthem. So the performers have arrived, Human Nature here as well. There are 110,000 people in the stadium here tonight. Adjacent to the stadium, Homebush Screen is not quite as busy, but nearly it is overflowing. There are up to 40,000 people there right now, and they can see the pictures coming from the Olympic Stadium. The Prime Minister of Australia is here tonight, John Howard, and Mike Smithson is with him.
Mr. Howard, what range of emotions does a Prime Minister experience on a night like tonight?
Well, a tremendous pride that my country, our country, is hosting this magnificent event. It's a wonderful occasion for all Australians, but it's also a wonderful occasion for the world, because the Olympic Games brings young men and women from 4 corners of the world together. May the Games be contested vigorously and strongly, but in a true spirit of sportsmanship. And to those 628 wonderful young men and women representing Australia, you'll have 19 million Aussies cheering their heads off for you.
Well, John Farnham is also on his way to the Olympic Stadium tonight, and Mike Smithson's caught up with him.
Johnny, how are you, mate?
Couldn't see
Patrick
you.
Lindsay. Travelling
Dribbling
incognito. Well, it's just another gig with 4 billion people.
That's all right. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm putting them back on there. It's going to be interesting. I don't think I've ever been so toey.
Really?
I get pretty toey when I work, but this one's got me, I think.
It's got
I'm trying not to drop the blonde, though. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about dropping the other singer, because at one of the rehearsals, unfortunately, I let it go, and the ground's very uneven, and she tripped.
Oof.
So don't blame me for dropping the blonde.
What are you going to do to calm down just before it?
Oh, I'll be absolutely drunk. No, I'm okay. No, I'm with power. No, I don't know. I mean, what I normally do is just spend a few minutes on my own, have a few breaths, and just take it easy. It's interesting out the back there, because they've got all these guys that are giving us cues, and the very first rehearsal, we were out there 10 minutes before we were due to sing. It's nippy out there as well. Olivia's wearing, a handkerchief. I've got a suit on, so it's not so bad for me, but you kind of lose any impact that might be there. So we've been trying to pare that down a little bit. So I'll be nervously trying to get this guy to just wait. So we'll see what happens.
Good on you, mate. Everyone will be behind you. We're going to have a big time.
Oh, it's going to be a big party, I tell you. I might have a beer after this, I think.
Good on you, John, who will be one of the stars tonight. It will be a big party. Speaking of stars, there's a young Australian girl who's going to be a superstar after tonight, and her name is Nikki Webster.
Well, to be in part of the Olympics.
Is this one of the proudest moments that you think someone could have?
Yes, definitely.
What do you think it means for Australia and Australians?
I think it's a great thing for the Australians, and hopefully they'll all enjoy it.
And what about those nerves? You're under control?
Yes, I have no nerves. I'm just so excited and overwhelmed.
What do you think you'll be thinking when the big show starts? What will be going through your mind?
All the things through my mind will be hope everybody likes it, and just that I'll be so excited. And
Well, you have a great night and the very best of luck.
thank you very much.
As we look at these great shots down into Olympic Stadium here, and the Australian athletes are on their way to the Superdome, where, as we said, they will wait before the Parade of Nations. What a night it is for them, for their families, and for the whole of Australia. Peter Feynman there, the world-famous Australian director, and behind him, the director of the 1992 Barcelona Olympics, Jose Ramon Diaz. They have the job to take the pictures all around the world tonight from the Olympic Stadium. And the man who's the director of ceremonies is Rick Birch, as we see our Prime Minister, John Howard, and his wife. But Rick Birch, the director of ceremonies, is with Carly Gillies.
4 billion people, near enough, will be sitting in their lounge rooms watching. Where will you be, Rick, during the ceremony?
I'd love to be in my lounge room watching, but I'm going to be in the control room watching some of the billions of people in the stadium.
Calling directions?
No, it's almost too late for me. David will be calling some directions, but really it's in the hands of the stage managers and the performers. There's nothing much I can do. Sitting up in the control room, if a dancer is out of place, wearing the wrong costume, by the time I get down on the field, it's too late.
I know it's a waste of time even asking you about the cauldron, so I won't. As they say in showbiz, good luck. Break a leg.
Thanks very much.
As the tension and atmosphere continues to build here, and Vanessa Amorossi is now with Lindley Frame.
Pretty much, how are you feeling?
Good. Feeling okay, actually. We've had rehearsals, so there's nothing to be worried about, and it's went all fine in we've done the 2 rehearsals. Yeah, so there's nothing really to be worried about. Everything should be fine.
What does it mean to you to be performing here tonight at the opening ceremony?
This will be the biggest thing I'll ever do, I reckon. You can't top worldwide audience type of thing. So this certainly will be one of the Kodak moments.
Have a great time.
Thanks.
Well, we've talked about who'll light the cauldron, but what about how? If who's been the biggest question, how has been the biggest tease. Remember that Rick Birch was behind the torch in Barcelona, so he set the standard. So how can he top that? Does he want to, or will there be a message? The longer this night evolves, the more secrets will be revealed and the more history will be written. And Belinda Emmett in the huge crowd here. Wonderful scenes here. So Pat Welsh is not too far from here. The John Williamson entertaining the 110,000 capacity crowd. It's a sea of colour here and bright lights and cameras going off left, right and centre as we get close to that moment that we have waited such a long time for. Now we're off to the Superdome. I jumped the gun a bit early, Paddy, and Pat's there with the Australian team captain, the man who's carrying the flag, Andrew Gaze.
I would imagine you would be the proudest man in this magnificent arena tonight.
It is. It's just full of excitement, a lot of fun and great anticipation. Can't wait to get out there.
sea of colour, and when the Aussies arrived, there was just a great cheer from everyone. That's the Olympic feel, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think there's a real spirit out there, and you certainly notice it in the village. And you know, you come in here in the bus with all the athletes and that, and you start to think, well, hang on, I'm actually carrying the flag, sort of steering the ship. It's really humbling and great experience. I'm really looking forward to it.
Nearly every sport gets a start tomorrow, and yet there's still about 500 Aussies marching, so they all want to be part of it.
Absolutely. I mean, in Atlanta, we had a big decision because we played 10 o'clock the next morning, and the coaches actually said no, but the players said, no, hang on, we need to do this because we really think it'll be a positive thing for us. And a lot of the case here is that you draw a lot of energy out of this, a lot of spirit and pride, and I think that it can only be a good thing.
Now, there's a lot of your teammates who couldn't make it, obviously. They're sitting back at the village watching this. What would you like to say to them?
Just like to say that we're all behind them and they're still very much a part of it, and we'll be marching around for them, and we respect their decision, and hopefully it'll bring back some success tomorrow.
Now there's an air of mystery with the arrival of the Aussies because you're all wearing these plastic ponchos. Why?
Well, twofold. One, it's looked a little bit overcast out there, but no, we just wanted to make sure we unveiled it right at the last moment so the whole Australia gets to see us, and I'm sure they'll be impressed with our get-up. It's a little bit different, but I think it's pretty good.
We wish you the very best of luck, not only tonight, but right the way through the games, Andrew Gaze. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thanks a lot.
And just behind me, some of the proudest men and women here, the 4 members of the International Olympic athletes, and that is the team from East Timor.
Well, they'll get a mighty roar. They're coming in just before the Australians tonight. So Andrew Gaze getting ready as we are here, and in just moments the rest of the world will join us for live coverage of this wonderful occasion. And for the next 16 days, every news service, newspaper, radio, cable and conversation will highlight these games in this country. What an honour. There's hardly any other event that commands such attention and can put a city and country on such a pedestal. That's what the Olympics does. It is the greatest show on earth.